So this is my new welder. It's the Millermatic 211, and as it says on the side, it's auto set with MVP, which means multiple voltage plugs or whatever. That's what I'll call it. Basically, you can use either the 110 or the 220 or 230, as it says on the side, 120 or 230. This is how it welds. I've got a little plasma cutter, and I'm going to weld a bracket to it. Brackets for a water separator. Water separator is a motor guard M26. It's basically got a roll of toilet paper on a plastic spool. It's way overpriced. So here's how the welder goes. Wire speed's going to be at 30 and the voltage is going to be set at 4.5. It's infinite setting. I've had a long day and I'm not trying real hard to make it pretty, but it hauls and it just welds awesome. I love the welds that it does. I'm running C25, 25% carbon dioxide and 75% argon. Listen to me. It's been a long day. Tell you what, it'll weld as pretty as you can. No better, no worse. So anyway, I'm going to get my water separator set right there. And you say, well, why do you weld that on? Why don't you just bolt it on? Well, I'd have to take the cover off and drill holes and all that. Anyway, let's stick to this. It's just better, more better. So this is done. Super nice setup on a cart. Love it. It's way better than my little flux core I was using. Ditch the helmet and the gloves. But I picked this up for about $1,000. And the beauty of this little critter is that it's so versatile. If you want to have it run on 230, it can. You just twist the little plug here and you can pull this plug off. You can see it's very secure. You see you got your little 4-pin plug. You flip open your cover, and Miller, thoughtful as they are, provided a place for you to put the plug. You can see the 230 plug is right here. Just unvelcro that. Or slide it out or whatever you're going to do. And just line it up. The plug has got a little T. It looks like a relay type plug. So you just line that up like this. Plug it in. And then screw on the connector. And then you're good to go with your 230. And the reason why you want to go switch to 230, well, if you got a big project or something big that you want to weld, then you're going to want to use 230. And then also, the other beauty of this little machine here is that it also is set up to do aluminum really easy. It's so versatile. I mean, it's versatile in the power that you can use on it. It's easy to switch over too. It's awesome. Let me show you on the front of this machine. This tripod's ridiculously long. So on the front of the machine, let's get that to where you can see that better. Getting the ground off, and we'll just take it in to the light. My cart sucks. It's from Harbor Freight, unfortunately. I'm sorry. There you go. So looking at the front of this, in fact, we're just going to come out of the tripod. I'm tired. I shouldn't even be doing a review on this late at night, but here you have it, Millermatic 211 auto set with MVP, and it's got a little temperature indicator. You can switch between your regular gun and your spool gun. And the spool gun kit for this, I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was like nothing. It was like $200 or something really cheap. And it's a nice setup itself. It's a Spoolmate 100 series, and there's your spool. It takes on your little aluminum rod, and the thing with aluminum is that it's so soft you can't run it through a big long setup like this with much success. The whole welding process is different. You have a different tank, like that one's the C25. The other tank that I have is just straight argon, and I got another regulator for that. So you just swap the gases at the back here, and do I swap them at the back? I don't even remember. I do. So you swap the gases at the back, you flip the switch, you take this out, and it swaps over really easy between either one. And then you just plug in your spool gun here. So you've got your spool gun that goes into there. You swap setup inside of there. The gas goes in the same place, and then this just swaps out here. So it's just a quick, easy to set up deal to where you don't have to work with a circuit board or anything like that. When you buy the Spoolmate 100 series, it's got a little switch and a wiring diagram so that you can switch your machine over. I just left that in there, and comes with a couple of extra 35 thousandths of an inch tips. Is it 35 thousandths or 30? I think it came with 30, and the wire that I bought was 35 thousandths. So I just bought a bunch more tips that were set up the same for 35 thousandths. I don't know why my local suppliers, US Welding, and they don't always have everything that you need, and they certainly didn't have these. I had to buy these from Humphreys. So, but it's an awesome setup, and it was not very expensive compared to the alternatives. I was going to spend around $3 grand for the whole setup. I think as it is, I spent like 12 to 1500, and I'm all set up for, and that's what I think that was with the tanks and everything, and the cheap garbage cart that I had to warranty once already after. So anyway, don't get the Harbor Freight cart. It's a piece of junk. The front caster wheels fall apart. They eject the bearings out of them right away. But that's my setup. So I should be able to rock and roll with this plasma cutter now that I've got the water separator on it. If you don't use a water separator and your air supply has crap in it, it blows up your tips. I wanted to save a couple of them to use as an example, but I don't think I did. These are my new tips. This one's semi-blown up. But the water gets in there. Plasma cutters are pretty cool. I'll have to do a video on how they work. They're basically like a lightning strike or an arc, like with an arc welder. That's basically what your inverter is an arc welder. But it also uses the air to create like a little tornado of lightning. Low pressure air supply goes through. Your little... I go off too much. You don't have to watch the rest of the video if you don't want to, but if you're curious, by all means. You've got these little things, and these are what direct the air in a spiral. And this goes onto your little arc rod, like this. And then you've got your cone that goes around. Should have set stuff down. Got a tripod. Why don't you use your tripod, silly? But anyway, you set it up like that with the spinner and put it in the torch, and it makes a little lightning tornado, and it just cuts through stuff. Just nuts. I mean, it's just awesome. Burns right through it. So this one's the Cut 50. Probably have to do a review on that. It's a Cut 50 DX, and as you got amp, your control, it goes all the way to 50 amps. That's what makes it a Cut 50, and it's just nuts. It's just awesome. You can cut your name into stuff. Like when I cut really well, but I don't know if I want to put my last name on the internet. So anyway, that's my little review for the Miller 211 Millermatic. It's just ridiculously sweet. It's ridiculously versatile. I mean, why they didn't come up with this sooner, maybe there wasn't the technology or the market or whatever. But if you're a pretty serious guy and you want to be able to weld aluminum and do it right with a spool gun kit, I mean, this is the only way to go. Aluminum, you have to run a lot hotter than what you do for just normal. And another cool thing that came with this that I really like is you've got a little gauge set. Probably should have put this earlier on in the review before everybody left. But they got this little Miller set. And if you're not real familiar with all the gauges right off, you know, you can just use this and see what they are. See, like on my garage door, this is about an 18 gauge or 16 gauge. The numbers are backwards. The thicker it is, the lower the number, so it's nice to have. Or it's got, you know, like fractions of an inch. So, and why that's useful is on your setup, you flip open your lid and you can be a complete dummy and still be able to run this. It looks complicated, but with a little bit of paying attention, it's got the settings, you know, whether you're going to have to use 120 volt or if you're going to use 230 volt, because it's different. It shows your different gauges, and they're even black there, you know, just like here. So with 230 volt you can go up to 3/8 of an inch. With this you can go to 3/16 of an inch. And it talks about what kind of wire to use. Most of what I use is going to be about, for steel I like 30 thousandths of an inch, and for aluminum I got 35 thousandths of an inch. But you can use this information to see what your different settings need to be. And then also on here, your voltage, it shows you, you know, what you want to have it set at, you know, for like 16, 14, and then up into the thicker stuff. And when you get into here, it says 230 volt only, so you're like, okay, don't crank it up too high unless I'm hooked into some serious power here. So, and it's got the auto set weld diameter and all that kind of stuff for you too. Just an awesome machine, super easy to use, super easy to switch between steel and aluminum with your spool gun kit. I mean, the whole thing's just awesome. To switch this out, it's super easy. You just loosen this clamp here and you know, clip your wire. These are super easy. I mean, if you want to change over what size wire you're welding with, you just push and twist. I mean, how easy is that? You know, if you got your 30 and your 35, you use the same. If you're going to run something, you know, your 24, if you're just doing exhaust and body work, you can flip that over, and I mean, it's just super easy. And it's got this printed on this side, and it's the deeper one, so the smaller side would be in. So we'll flip that back around. But I mean, it used to be you had to use a little flathead screwdriver to do this properly. Now you don't even need any tools. I mean, it's all so easy. They have done such an amazing, awesome job. There's your wire tension set. Just, it's crazy how much better this system is than what the old system was. So, and you can run flux core with this. If you're going to do flux core, you just change your polarity on here. I mean, this machine does it all. It's just nuts, and it's so cheap compared to your alternatives. Love it.